Sinead O'Connor will be laid to rest later today, with thousands expected to pay tribute to the iconic late singer across the world as her friends and family say their final goodbyes. Last month, Sinead was found unresponsive at her home in South London, police revealed in a statement on Thursday. The Nothing Compares to You singer's family confirmed her passing at the age of 56 on Wednesday, July 26, sparking tributes from heartbroken friends and celebrities across the world. In a statement following the singer's tragic death, a spokesman for Sinead's family said that from 10:30 a.m. today, a funeral cortege will progress along the seafront in Bray, past Sinead's former home, Montebello, which she had lived in for the last 15 years. Since her death on July 26, people have been leaving flowers and paying their respects at the house, which the singer sold in 2021 and which now lies empty. The route will begin at the Harbour Bar end of Strand Road and continue along the seafront to the other end of Strand Road, where Grammy Award-winning Sinead and her family will then continue onto a private burial. 09:26 Zoe Delaney. Sinead remembered as a blessed soul. Sinead has been described as a down-to-earth and humble by the imam who helped convert her to Islam. The late singer converted to Islam in 2018 and went on to change her name to Shahada David, later Shahada Sadakat. Speaking to PA, Sheikh Dr. Umar Al-Qadri, 40, an Islamic scholar and the chief imam at the Islamic Centre of Ireland, said, "She was very down-to-earth, very humble. You can kind of say she was a blessed soul. She also was a great representative of Islam, and of humanity. This is a person who is very inclusive, diverse, open and non-judgmental, a beautiful human being." The man, who met with Sinead in 2018 ahead of her conversion, added, "But at the same time had very difficult challenges, and I think these trials and difficulties she had, highlighted her strength and resilience. She represented the essence of our shared humanity." 09:05 Zoe Delaney Hillside Tribute. A stunning tribute to Sinead was unveiled last night on a hillside near the seaside town in Ireland where her funeral will be held. Huge white words, measuring 30 feet in length, saying "Era Sinead" can be seen above a World War II navigational landmark saying "Era," the Irish word for Ireland, which was rediscovered in 2018 and close to Bray in County Wicklow. Richard Seabrook from the Dublin-based creative agency The Installation said of the tribute, "So much has been said about Sinead since her recent passing, I'm not sure what is left to say. We just wanted to take the opportunity to mark the moment with a bold statement that symbolizes what she meant to this little country of ours." 08:54 Zoe Delaney fans leave handwritten notes. Handwritten notes addressed to Sinead have been left outside the late singer's former home in Bray, County Wicklow, thanking her for sharing her voice and her music. A pink chair has been placed outside the pink-framed conservatory of the house, located on the seafront, with pink flowers and a photo of the singer placed at the base of the chair. One sign left at the wall of the property listed causes that the singer had expressed support for, including welcoming refugees, where words fail, music speaks. 08:50 Zoe Delaney fans grateful to Sinead's family for chance to say goodbye. A councillor in County Wicklow has thanked Sinead's family for allowing fans the opportunity to mourn the global superstar, but also the woman who spoke truth to power. Councillor for Bray East Erica Doyle, who connected with Sinead when she first moved to Bray, told BBC Breakfast, "We are very grateful to Sinead's family for allowing us the opportunity to say goodbye this morning. The seafront in Bray is over a kilometre long, so there is plenty of opportunity for people to gather, and already I can see a lot of activity here this morning. Last night we ended our summer festival. There was fireworks and a fun fair, and even as that was going on, there was a constant stream of people turning up with flowers, candles, laying tributes, so we are really happy to be a part of her final journey and say goodbye this morning. Sinead, although she was attached to Bray and she was very Irish and that was a huge part of her identity, she was a global superstar, and that is easy for us to forget here in Bray where we saw her as a mum and as a neighbour, but she touched lives all across the world, so we are expecting people here, certainly from Bray, from Wicklow, from across Ireland, but also from abroad, and even the media interest this morning is global, it's not Irish. She continued, Sinead's legacy is still being written and will be for a considerable amount of time. People are taking the opportunity to connect with her in some way, even if that is to say goodbye to her as she passes. Ms. Doyle described Sinead as quite quiet but never silent. She said, "When we mourn Sinead today, we need to mourn the Sinead of Nothing Compares to You, but we also need to mourn the difficult, troubled Sinead who shone a light on really difficult areas in this country. Maybe we just weren't quite ready for that. She was a real person, she was a whole person, and as with any other person, there is the amazing, incredible parts that were maybe more visible than most, but there was also the other parts as well, and that's a part of being a human being. I think today we need to acknowledge that. She was controversial, but in the way that anybody says things that people aren't ready for. I think that is a good thing. It's speaking truth to power." Standing in Bray in front of a number of tributes to the singer, Ms. Doyle told BBC co-hosts Rachel Burden and John Kay that the people in the area became very protective of her from unwanted public attention and sought to protect her from the worst of it. "There are shelters on the seafront across from her home. I spotted one, paparazzi, lurking there one day, so I gave her a call just to give her a heads up, and the funny thing was, I called her quite quickly, but already she said 2 or 3 people had been in touch to let her know, so that was the way we were. I think we're quite like that, us Irish," she said. "Fame doesn't necessarily impress us that much, and we were determined to keep the worst of it away from Sinead and take care of her while she was here, and I really hope she felt that. I think that maybe the decision of the family to allow her to travel along here shows that she did and that she felt peace at least for a little while in Bray." Ms. Doyle described Sinead as a powerhouse and an incredible talent, but also as a mother and a neighbor. She added, "Sinead walked around town, she did her own shopping, she took her kids to school. She might have been heading down to do some incredible international event, but then she'd come back home and still be seen with her little kids cycling their bike along the seafront." 08:44 Zoe Delaney Police statement. The Gardaí have requested fans wishing to pay their final respects to Sinead gather between 11:30 and 12:30 local time. Road closures will be implemented between these times in the Strand Road/Promenade area, and all other traffic will be diverted onto the Adelaide Road. Gardaí will be in attendance and warned that further road closures may be put in place, as many are expected to take to the streets to say one final goodbye to Sinead. The Irish police are urging those planning to travel to the seafront in Bray for the funeral procession to use public transport, if possible, as the DART, Dublin Area Rapid Transit, can take people straight there. 08:38 Zoe Delaney family statement. In a statement shared ahead of today's funeral, Sinead's family said, "Sinead loved living in Bray and the people in it. With this procession, her family would like to acknowledge the outpouring of love for her from the people of County Wicklow and beyond, since she left last week, to go to another place.
The Gardaí have asked that people gather, if they would like to say a last goodbye to Sinead from 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday morning along the Bray seafront. Erica Doyle, a counsellor based in Bray and a lifelong fan of the late singer, said there was a sense of gratitude in the coastal town that they were being given the chance to say one last goodbye. "I was delighted to see the family reference the relationship Sinead had with Bray," she said.